Welcome back to Hey Baby and Beyond. I'm Lauren, an antenatal and postnatal teacher here in the UK. And in this video today, I want to share with you some top tips for bathing your newborn and things to think about when you need to kind of do that first bath. So the first thing to remember is that not all babies like that first bath, and that's absolutely fine. They do sometimes feel a little bit exposed and out of the comfort zone, and it can take a while just to build that confidence up, and that's normal. The second thing to consider is that we don't advise to bath your baby until they are 24 hours post-birth, and even then it's if you want to do so. Newborn babies are not dirty unless they have an accident that kind of comes out of the nappy, but normally your new baby will be absolutely fine to wait for that bath until you are ready. We can consider doing topping and tailing, which I can share with you in another video, but today we are going to just focus solely on that first bath. The next thing to consider is creating that environment for our baby to do this bath in. So you might want to think about being in a room that's a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact, where the baby doesn't feel as exposed, nice and warm, being prepared, making sure you've got everything with you that you might need for that first bath, and potentially waiting until you've got an extra pair of hands if possible. Again, wet babies are slippy babies, and whilst you get into grips with this, it can feel a bit stressful for parents. So let's consider what else we need to think about before we get the baby undressed for their first bath. So the first thing to remember is that the baby's bath needs to just be a short, sweet bath. They don't need to be in there for a long period of time. You can bath your baby for the first time in whatever way you want, whether that be in the big bath, whether it be in the sink, whether it be with a bowl, whether it be with a traditional baby bath. But what I want to show you in this video is the Shnuggle Bath, because this is something that I really wish that was available when my children were younger, because this makes things so much simpler. Now this bath shows you exactly where to fill the water up to. And it also has a plug, which means you can empty the water quite easily without having to tip and things like that. It's space saving, so it's super small, it's easy to store, and it's also good for putting inside a big bath if you want to, or if you are a household that has just a shower, it's quite useful for standing in the bottom of that shower. It can be used from birth and it can be used right up to when they're older. The other great thing about this is that it puts the baby in a seated position rather than a laid down position, and it's sometimes that laid down position that makes the baby feel out of control and uncomfortable. Because we don't hold them specifically in a certain way in the bath, they sometimes feel a little bit unnerved, like they're not in control. So with this one, they're sat in there quite firmly, which helps you then have some hands free also. The other thing, it's got this padded bit on the back, so where the baby's head falls, it's nice and soft and the baby's head will sit on that part. So you fill your bath up with the water. If you've got a bath thermometer, then go for it and use that. We're looking at around 36-37 degrees for a baby's bath. But if you've not got a bath thermometer, you can do something as simple as using your elbow. So elbow into the water. If it feels quite warm but not too hot, it should be absolutely fine. Again, with this bath, it's filled to a certain point that when the baby's in it, they're not uncovered and feeling really naked and exposed, but there's not too much in there that it's too high and it obviously becomes dangerous. So once you've done that, the other thing to note is that the World Health Organization don't say to use any soaps, lotions, etc. until around 4 to 6 weeks. Again, it's your baby, it's your choice, but you might want to think about using something on baby's hair, especially if they've got a lot of hair post-birth. You might want to use a bit of baby shampoo on there. So let's think about now the actual bath. You've got your bath set up, your baby's still dressed, you've got your set of clothes for when they come out of the bath, you've got a towel, and you've got everything that you need to hand. You've then got a small bowl with cool boiled water in. So this is out of the kettle and it's cooled down. And also cotton wool pads. These cotton wool pads are really useful because you can use these for baby's eyes. And for the baby's eyes, we're always going to wipe inwards to outwards and discard of that cotton wool pad as you've used it. So let's get into doing that bath. So our bath's now ready. This Shnuggle Bath also comes with a handy jug. The jug is moulded so that it can go onto the baby's head to pour the water backwards and avoid their eyes, which is also really useful. So we've got our baby now and we're going to undress them. We're going to take the nappy off last minute because that's really important. We're then going to place our baby into the bath and we're going to pop them onto the little seat that's in there. As you can see there, they're kind of going to hook on. Obviously this baby's not moving and that makes things a little bit easier, but normally with this bath with a newborn it will stay in one place, and you can see the head is on the soft part. What you're then going to do is just make sure we're not leaving the baby unattended at any point, even though they're quite secure. Make sure that you are there, and that's why it's really important to be really prepared beforehand. You're going to wash your baby over, whether you just splash the water on them, or you might want to use your jug and just gently kind of pour it on them. Then you're going to move on to their eyes. So cotton wool pad, dip it in your cool boiled water, squeeze it out, and then you're going to work with your baby's eyes inwards to outwards, and then discard of that one. Then you'll get another one for the other eye. That way we're avoiding any cross-contamination to go from eye to eye if there was anything there. The next thing you might want to do is the hair, like we said before. So you might want to use a little bit of baby shampoo and rinse that off. Again, with the Shnuggle Bath, you have got the little jug as an option, so you can pour it over and it won't go in the baby's eyes. And when that's all done, that's the bath done. It is only going to take a few minutes because they might love it, but also they might not, and we don't know until we've done it. So don't be too disheartened if they don't like that first bath. Just keep trying. Short and sweet and quite kind of whenever you feel like it's ready to do so. And then as that happens, the confidence is going to grow. So now we've bathed the baby, we can get them out, pop them on our towel that we've prepared, make sure they're nice and warm, dry them off, get them dressed in the clothes we had, and then when baby's safe, dressed, they might then require a feed or a sleep because it can kind of wear them out a little bit. And then once you finish with all your bits and bobs, you can take your bath, you can undo the plug at the bottom, and you can discard of your water. So that is as simple as that first bath needs to be. Other than that, it is completely your choice how you bath your baby. There is no right or wrong answer, but just make sure that you do it when it suits you, when it suits them, and making sure you're very prepared before you do it. Thanks for watching this video, and I really hope it helps you with that first newborn bath. Please don't forget to like this video, comment below if you'd like, and then make sure you subscribe to the channel for more labour, birth and baby content.